So some people have been asking, how do I do my setup for the pressure gauge test? These are all the items that you need, and I'll put them in my link tree. You can go ahead and check out my bio. In the link tree, you'll see a spreadsheet or Google Sheets with all the Amazon links to all the products that I bought, or the links to the products that I bought, because I think some of them are not on Amazon. So I have this Elitech pressure gauge. I have this adapter, lure lock to something, 1/8 I think, adapter. Okay, it's already connected here. And then I have this male-to-male adapter. So what I'm going to do, or what I have done, is connect. This is a 4-way stopcock. I know it's a 3 lure, but you want a 4-way so that it opens all 3 lumens at the same time instead of just closing off at least one. So this is a 4-way stopcock. I have this male-to-male end connecting to a extension tubing. And you can have it directly in if you want, but it's up to you. I think it's just easier to manipulate with this. And then I have this 22 gauge or 20 gauge or whatever gauge needle you want. We're going to puncture the bag. And I like to burp the bag as much as I can and fill it with just air. And then I take out my needle. And now I have a closed system measuring the pressure of that 22 gauge coming out. Now, then I'll either test with the syringe or test with the vacutainer. Now you have to keep in mind, you want to make sure that there's no air. If there's any air in the system, it's going to throw off your reading, or it's not going to read at all. So what I like to do ahead of time is prime from here, get my syringe to draw up. Okay, close it off. Get rid of as much as I can. And then flush, flush, flush. Okay, so from here, I make sure this is nice and super tight. You want this to be airtight. Everything needs to be airtight, no leaking. And I'll prime the system by applying negative pressure here. Okay, so there's no leaking. You know that there's sustained negative pressure. And then I'll close it off to the syringe. That way, whatever vacuum was created at this end, it's being sucked in by liquid. And we're going to do that a few times just in case some air was trapped in any part of this system. And then close it off. Now this should be a closed system. There's a little bit of air bubble here. So I'm going to flush it. I'm going to close it to the gauge, the pressure gauge. Okay, it's not interfering. Ah, damn it. So all that air came out. I gotta do this again. Okay, so make sure you negative pressure, close it off. And then you want to make sure you get rid of all the air before you start doing your pressure test.